123 1966. You can text on 70442 or contact us online at itv.com/Soccer Aid. Please do support UNICEF tonight. Help stop children dying from preventable diseases, get children into school and protect them from violence and abuse. Given away by Damien Lewis. Ryan Giggs to Nicky Byrne. Joe Calzaghe. Mike Myers out on that right flank. Larson. Gethin Jones. Crossing towards Nicky Byrne, headed away by Martin Keown.
Lucky, good ball in that from Gethin Jones. Dangerous area.
I think we're in for a summer of horns, the Vuvuzela, which you'll hear throughout every World Cup match. Seems to be the vogue. I think we'll be heartily fed up with them by the end of the World Cup finals, but it's going to be a long summer, or a winter, where Andy and I are heading this week.
Quite even Steven up to now, Clive. Of course, the rest of the world team missing that great opportunity from the spot. Shearer shot that tested Jens Lehmann about 5 minutes ago, but not a lot in the game at the moment.
Giving away 2 years a man in age to the England team. That if you take the average age of the 10 outfield players of England, just under 36. For the rest of the world, just under 38. It's Nicky Byrne getting his own back on Jonathan Wilkes.
Bit of payback there. Unlucky, went for the 1-2 and he had to go for it again. It's good to see that the guys are committing to each challenge, going for it and just getting on with the game.
Johnny Wilkes is actually playing with a couple of cracked ribs. There's an injury picked up a while ago. I mean, obviously that's something in the shin, but he is pointing at times to his midriff. He's in a little bit of discomfort, as you would be with 2 cracked ribs. It's not a laughing matter, really, Harry. Now, anything can happen here. No, he's on with the water bottles. I asked him on Friday what his role was in the England camp. He says, I bring absolutely nothing to this party, nothing whatsoever. But he's taken his bibs and bottles role pretty seriously.
Yeah.
It's those old ribs. James Corden will be a regular part of ITV's World Cup coverage this summer. His World Cup Live will follow most of our live games just about every evening for the next month or so, and I can promise he's got some absolute treats up his sleeve. He's been given some extraordinary access to various England players and spent some very amusing time with some of our finest. Sheringham to Shearer. Here's Redknapp. Now Ollie Murs, Alan Shearer. Murs again, in towards Sheringham. He's tucked a few of those away in his time.
Certainly has. Again, Ollie Murs has done really well down this right-hand side. He's linked up well with everybody. Clever little ball there. You can see he's very deliberate in his intentions to find Teddy Sheringham there. It's just half a yard behind Sheringham, who can't quite get his foot over the top of the ball. But very impressed with Ollie Murs. Not only is he very energetic, but he's got the presence of mind to look up and try and spot people in the right areas.
Played 3 years semi-pro in the Ryman League for Witham Town in Essex. part of his life which was only ended by a bad knee injury, suffered a cruciate ligament injury, and around about the time that his singing career took off. He's got an album coming out in September, a single in the summer. Ollie Murs, one of the stars of last season's X Factor. 0330 123 1966 is the number.
It's a good header that again from Johnny Wilkes, because Nicky Byrne is just peeling off him. He's running inside Robbie Williams, and it's always the threat down the right hand side. There's always an out ball for the rest of the world side, that's for sure.
We said there'd be lots of goals, didn't we?
We did.
Giggs, Nicky Byrne. Here's Zinedine Zidane, blocked by Joe Calzaghe. Not really the idea. Michael Sheen in towards Joe Calzaghe. Tucked away by Martin Keogh. Redknapp. Here's Ollie Murs again. Shearer. Sheringham waits. Ben Shepherd. Ollie Murs will go on. Larson's got back, but Ollie Murs still has it. Well off the ball by Ryan Giggs.
Great run again, that was. Very positive run from Ollie Murs. He's got the confidence to maybe try and take Gordon Ramsay on. He gets the better of that, and Ryan Giggs again just doing enough to get back to deny him when he looked like he's just about to have a shot.
Wilkes. It's behind Ollie Murs this time. Zidane. Mike Myers. Found Zidane again. Lifted in towards Joe Calzaghe. Ben Shepherd defending stoutly. Giggs has won it from Redknapp. Joe Calzaghe. Good strong challenge by Ben Shepherd. He's a fit lad. He's just about to do a charity run which very few would take on. Coast-to-coast run in aid of Cystic Fibrosis charity. 145 miles Ben Shepherd's going to run for that.
Good tackle, that one. Nice little 1-2. Ryan Giggs and Joe Calzaghe, but good defending.
David Seaman here has just come back from a charity expedition. He just climbed Kilimanjaro a couple of weeks ago. Well, apparently it was the worst weather they had in that part of the world for a few years. A lot of unheralded work goes on by some of the famous stars of sport and entertainment. David Seaman, who went up Kilimanjaro with Tony Pulis, the Stoke manager, in aid of another worthy charity. Here's Michael Sheen behind you. Run off it by Damien Lewis. Nicky Byrne got to him. Oh my goodness, Nicky Byrne flying in there. Caught Ralph Little. I have to report that Rupert Penry-Jones, the actor that some of you may know from Spooks and from Whitechapel, should have been playing here tonight, but suffered really quite a serious injury in training yesterday. Neither Nicky Byrne nor Ralph Little pulled out. He's actually in plaster as we speak, Rupert Penry-Jones. He was due to start filming in a month or so's time, but he's going to be out of action for a couple of months. Rupert Penry-Jones injured in training yesterday. Cracked bone in his knee. Let's hear from Ricky Hatton, who's alongside Kirsty Gallagher.
Ricky, this is a tight game. What do England need to do to make the difference here?
Need to keep hold of the ball more, probably pass it a bit better. I think they're dropping off a bit too deep. I mean, they're having